You know what would fuck the government up real bad? Because I'm sure they own AT&T and Verizon and all these fucking companies. You know what would fuck them up real bad? When 2030 rolls around, if everyone that gives a shit about their health just cancels their Wi-Fi and just stops using the internet. Like, can you imagine nationwide, like, the day before 2020 or 2030, whatever the fuck, all the millennials, all the chosen ones just cancel that shit. And then we go to the library when we need to use Wi-Fi. Or we go to one place where one person has it. Because signing up for 6G is offering to, like, destroy and kill and harm the vaccinated people. And I don't want to harm anyone. Except for the narcissists that try to check me when they need to be wrecked. I ain't trying to harm nobody. So, I just think that I just came up with a really good game plan. Oh my god. They're gonna put me in a pageant for being so smart for fixing the problems. I want to do pageants again. I used to do pageants when I was little. I want to go do... I want to go do some ballet. I want to do some tap. I'm about to just be living the best life, yo. But no, I was just thinking, it just dawned on me that is like legit such a good fucking idea. We all just pull the plug before they try to install that. And then, because look at this, okay? Every time somebody moves somewhere, what do? They have to get Wi-Fi. Well, their neighbors won't share it with them. The neighbors that they have won't share Wi-Fi with them. Why is that? Because they're scared of their data getting breached. Okay, well, if we all shared Wi-Fi with each other, we wouldn't have as much radiation in the air, and people wouldn't be feeling like shit all the time because we're being fucking microwaved. What point are we gonna wake up? Like, I've been aware of this shit for a long fucking time. And people are just so scared to be less greedy and to share. People are more terrified of someone finding out what kind of YouTube videos they watch than they are about the fucking physical. They're more scared about that than they are scared about how their physical body is being pumped with radiation microwaves from your cell phone. On God, swear to God, truly. It's crazy to me. That's like being scared of COVID but not being scared of AIDS. When COVID came around, I was like, did we forget about AIDS? I was like, I am more terrified of sexually transmitted diseases than I am of fucking COVID. Fuck a flu, dude. I got COVID multiple times, and each time I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I felt like I was fucking dying because Bill Gates edited the genetics of the flu to make it a little extra bad. But at the end of the day, when I get sick, I get better. And I know that. So I don't need some random shit concocted to make me believe that I'm not going to get better or that I am going to get better. So I just think it's fucking hilarious that senior citizens out here are too scared to share their Wi-Fi, and that's going to be the death of them because that's what's going to microwave themselves into a new dimension when they get fucking frazzled from the fucking metal particles that they got pumped up in them from Pepsi, from vaccines, from the fucking air we're breathing because they got them sprayed all above us. Thanks to the hashtag chemtrails. So yeah, I'm just curious at like what point are we going to start fucking with the right metal? Like copper? Well, at what point are we going to start fucking with the right metals, detox the wrong ones out, and come together as a community? Oh, we can't. You know why? Because people like to... There's this sin in the Bible that's very, very serious. And a lot of these seniors that are aging rapidly, they committed this sin all over their kids. They did it like a sex crime. They committed this sin all over the children. And the sin was this. It says, don't antagonize your fucking kids. And what is the boomers doing? What is all the fucking shitty narcissists doing? Antagonizing people. Yesterday, my best friend and I were taking moldy furniture out of her house and dumping it in the dumpster. And her cunt roommate above us was flipping the fuck out that we filled the right side of the dumpster. Well, her case manager, because this is a disability place, her case manager has been begging us to get rid of the fucking mattress in the living room and all the furniture that looks like crap. And so being that I was able to bring my furniture over there for her, we were able to replace the stuff and toss it. Now, the upstairs neighbor has no idea how much of a tragedy it's been for her to keep her place in control and organized and clean with the medication they have her on. So what's fucked up is this dude's flipping the fuck out on us, not knowing that we're moving mountains. And so it's just crazy to me. But those men that flip the fuck out on good people for no fucking reason, those are the ones that are causing the torment. That is a live example of antagonizing someone for no reason. And the next time he does it, I swear to God, I'm going to go on live stream and I'm going to fucking film him so you guys can see exactly what this motherfucker looks like. Because he's an aging piece of shit. He looks like Robert Marzo. He's a fat white man with no fucking sense of direction, and he looks really crappy. So if you see people that are aging rapidly, just know you need to stay the fuck away from them because they're evil pieces of shit. Karma is real. Aging only happens to people that are fucking crappy. Especially if you're antagonizing living angels for no reason. Yeah, your fucking health and your face is gonna look pretty fucked. Because God provides. Literally, God provides. Look how beautiful this scrunchie is with the little pink ribbon. I wore this when I was a housekeeper because I thought it looked very housekeepy-y. And I like to put it on my bun sometimes. But I'm going to start my day with a sativa gummy. Yeah. Sativa gummy. It's a raspberry one. Oh, it's sour. Mmm. I don't know why, but teddy bears... Actually, no, I know why. Teddy bears make me feel safe. I got this one at the thrift store the other day. And I got this one at the mall. This is one of my... These are both my favorites. And then this one, I picked this one out because his eyes are crooked. And then this one I bought 2 years ago at Grocery Outlet around Valentine's Day. I love this one. This is a classic one. And then the one that's holding up my phone, I got this one at the thrift store. This is a Build-A-Bear that's really, really pretty. So yeah, I think I might actually have, I might actually just have to like put one of those little corner of the room hammocks for stuffed animals in my chalet so that I can have all my buddies with me, because when you can't rely on people to be there for you, teddy bears actually pull through. But yeah, no, I just really feel bad for all of the world for being greedy, because it's literally going to kill them. Literally, like, the metals are working for our good, but the people that are dumb enough to agree to take the wrong ones, they fuck themselves into a new dimension. Or they fuck themselves into severe pain while they're still on Earth. Because their karma was like, yo, you deserve this. And then they were like fucking having no clue what was going on. They go to a doctor. And the doctor will give them some new crocked up mental health issue or some new you know, oh, you have spina bifida or whatever the fuck they're gonna say. And the spina bifida is like a genetic issue. That's just a bad example for a word. But they're probably gonna be like, oh, you have nuclear frizz fry out from they're gonna come up with some other excuse, but it's really gonna be from Wi-Fi poisoning. Just watch. Just watch. But the only way you get Wi-Fi poisoning is if you eat all the fucking shit that has that in there. And guess what they're probably feeding cows now? Metal. They're probably mixing metal in and feeding it to cows and making us eat more metal because they want us to feel like we're on fire, because they want us to be in hell on earth. Well, if you learn your karmic lesson, you won't burn up inside when they turn that on from the metal. But if you don't, and you don't detox, and you don't cure yourself and heal yourself, then in 4 years, you are going to fucking fry. You're going to fry from the inside out. You're going to feel like the metal in your body is going to feel like you're on fire. Do you want to know how I know this? It happened to me once. So 10 years ago, they forced a flu shot into me against my will. I flipped the fuck out. Took me like 7 years to detox the shit out of my body. And whenever I would drive my car, oh no. Huh? Uh-oh. Okay, so what God was just saying to me is, okay, so when I got that flu shot against my will, basically she asked me if I had a flu shot, and I said no, but I never said I wanted one. And she just pushed one in my arm. Well, that was an influenza shot. And I almost died from it. I had a severe allergic reaction. I was on the bathroom floor shitting piss out of my ass, literally poop water flying out. I pretty much got parvo from the flu shot. And then I couldn't stop pooping and pissing. I was just on the bathroom floor just fucking dying for like 2 fucking weeks. And then after I was able to function again, whenever I would drive my car and someone would cut me off and I would get nervous, my nervous system would react. Where the metal was in my arm, where it had settled, I would feel an electric current bounce back and forth on the metal particles. And it felt like I was being electrocuted on the inside. And it was a very, very uncomfortable feeling. Now, the metal from the vaccine settled in my right arm because that's where it was given. And it settled in my ankles. And that's where I would feel the electric current electrocute me. And for me, the reason I was able to feel this that time 10 years ago is because I have a lot of Capricorn energy in my chart, which means I'm like Nikola Tesla, I think. And so I think God showed me that as a warning so that now in the future, I would have a way to explain it for people. Because you can't play with poison. It's not good for you. All right? So basically, I know what people are going to feel like, and I don't care what their sins are. I don't want them to feel like that. Can we please detox and help each other out? Even though you were a narcissist and an evil bitch to your kids your whole life, you can have a change of heart and you can be a decent person for the rest of your life. But if you don't get that metal out of your body from the vaccinations, you're going to feel like shit and you will not be able to have peace. Please, God, help these people. They're going to feel so horrible when that metal does that thing that it did to me. I took chlorella and spirulina for like 10 fucking years to detox that shit out. And I don't even think I was taking enough because I was so traumatized from continuing to get evicted and move all the time, which I never got evicted. This is the first time. I think this is the first time I've been evicted or like had been told to leave. But what happened is I moved 28 times because I would move somewhere, shit would get weird, and then I would choose to leave. I think most of the time it was by choice, but I think twice it was by like, you have to go. But the last time it was like that, it was because I couldn't afford to pay. They raised the rent 3 times and then I told them I was moving and then they started putting notices on my door. But that's okay. That apartment complex, lawsuit. You know why? Because they changed the fucking lease after we signed it. And I have a copy of the original. And they said that the rent wouldn't be raised for 10 years. And then somebody bought the building and took over and then raised the rent immediately. And it was low-income housing. So yeah, they pretty much fucked everyone 100% totally yes. And that shit pisses me off because we deserve better. So much easier to connect to God now that I had the brain aneurysm. Honestly, very grateful for that. Not that I had a hard time connecting to him before. Now I say stuff weird when it comes out of my mouth. Sometimes I say words screwed up. Like real screwed up. Like to the point where I just make up a new fucking word because I can't even remember them anymore. But that still makes sense. It still makes sense. You know that? Still makes fucking sense. So I'm not mad about it. Not at all. You wanna go outside? Come on, let's go. Let's go outside. Come on, King. King, sing. Come on. But yeah, no, I'm so excited. I have like a whole journey going on. And I have to stay around for like a little bit to help my best friend. And then I have another area that I'm going to go bop around in for like a couple of months or so. And I just am so excited. I am so excited for the plans that the Lord has for me are actually finally fun. Actually, finally. I get to actually live my life a little bit normally. Well, I wouldn't say normally. I'd say I actually get to fulfill my purpose finally. And that's exciting because I was too busy working 9 to 5s to have a second to breathe, to think. But I will not go to a church because in the churches they're saying that Jesus died for our sins. He was murdered for telling the truth. Here, I'll help you up. Come on, I'll help you up. Come on, come on, come on. I'll help you up on that chair. Ugh. Okay, Tiny Tink. Tiny Tink is gonna sit with Mama. Okay. Oh. I can't go to church services even though I love the singing and the music and the companionship or the fellowship. I can't go because I know they're gonna preach that Jesus died for our sins. And that's a fucking lie. That's blasphemy. He was murdered for telling the truth. He did not die for our fucking sins. Your parents fucked so you could live. Enough with the bullshit. You think when I get with my future husband, we're gonna be like, well, Jesus died so that our kids could live. No, we're gonna be like, damn, you did that right. And then we're gonna make babies and they're gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be wonderful. My future husband, swear to God, most gorgeous man that God ever created. He's so beautiful. And I can't wait to get with him because people stressed him out and made him age a little bit. And I want to reverse that on him. I'm only doing it for people that deserve it. Stephanie, I'm reversing her age, and my future husband. But I like how he looks. I don't want to reverse his age, but I know if I did, he would feel really, really restored. Dada just said reversing your age isn't just reversing your age. He said it's giving a fuck about your temple after you neglected it. Thanks, Dada. They try to make everything sound so magical, even though it is magical, but nobody believes in magic, so now we have to come with logical ways to explain it. You dig? Freedom!